We're going to bring in our body language expert right now, Lena Cisco. She used to work for the DOD, a former DOD, Department of Defense interrogator. That sounds very cool, Lena.
Thank you.
All right, do me a favor. Actually, overall, your sense, and while you think overall, let me just show you a specific clip here. This is the first one, B01. Apparently, Kamala getting a little bit mad. Take a look.
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out in Minnesota and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one.
Your reaction?
So at first she does this prolonged eye blink, right? And she does this and her eyebrows shoot up. So when people do that, it's, oh God, what did I just hear? What should I say? It's something traumatic. It's something emotional. And as soon as she does that, she leaks the fear grimace. And it's when people open their mouth and kind of suck in air. And she did it twice. She did it when she first took the stage after that awkward handshake and she went to her podium. But she did that fear grimace, which means I have fear in this moment as to what he's going to say or call me out to next. And you saw that with her breathing in. And of course, as that segment went on, she had a lot of anger with the eyebrows coming down, her furrowed eyebrows, the narrowed eyes. That's clear anger right there.
Let me see. Do you have the narrow eyebrows?
I'm chill. I didn't have a
good.
debate.
Okay.
But hey, that was fascinating, Lena. Here's another clip for you to evaluate.
Mm-hmm.
What about all the people that are pouring into our country and killing people that she allowed to pour in? She was the border czar. Remember that. She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border. In fact, she said at the beginning, oh, I'm surprised you're not talking about the border yet. That's because she knows what a bad job they've done.
Take it away, Lena.
So this was so different from her body language throughout the debate. When she felt confident, she would stare at Trump and she would have this disdain look, sometimes leak contempt. Here, you don't see that. It is completely different because I think that she was listening to something thinking, yeah, this is true. And she didn't look up. She took her notes, writing down, and then at one point she licked her lips. And so that's indicative of the body drying out. So I could tell there was a lot of cortisol going off and she was getting very nervous there. But that whole shift, there's a reason why. And that point, I think she was thinking, oh gosh, this is going to a topic that I'm not prepared to talk about.
Wow. What about Donald Trump overall? I mean, I think you could say poker face or whatever. That's the face that we're accustomed to. And it was what are your thoughts on Donald Trump's body language?
Oh, I agree. He does this. He likes to knife hand, but the knife hand is good. It's when people feel so empathic or emphatic about what they're saying that they will use their body language to make that point. And so he does that. But we saw the same body language as we did in the first presidential debate. Nothing really changed. What did But actually, it didn't change because he didn't look at President Biden either, and he wouldn't look at Kamala Harris either. But his body language was the same.
Can I real quick, just that hand on chin that Kamala Harris it really caught everyone's attention. What was that about?
Yeah. So when people do this, right, we call it the Steve Jobs pose. It's I want to look very important. I want to look very confident. And so they'll do this to kind of have that air of superiority.
Interesting.
Right. But it's totally fake. It's totally contrived. Right.
It's an embellished sign to say, pay attention to me now.
Lena, wow, what is it like to have dinner with somebody like you?
You don't want to know.
Exactly. Lena Cisco, we appreciate it so much. Come back soon, okay? Very, very interesting.
Thank you.